Ladies and gentlemen, today a review of I Know What You Did Last Summer, the latest in the legacy sequel epidemic plaguing Hollywood. I have to say, I did have a lot of fun with this movie. There are some really good scares and some pretty good kills, but I think a lot of that kind of falls apart in the third act and doesn't really satisfy completely. I do like the ensemble cast here. I think they did a really good job, and a few of them are really good actors, and I really did enjoy my journey with them, for sure. But I feel that the script just completely falls apart, especially in the third act. It really brings in the legacy characters and storytelling and really tries to be its own thing. At the same time it's being an homage, but also at the same time being a sequel to the original. And I feel that all this just coming together, all coming together just doesn't fit. It was like fitting a square peg in a round hole. A lot of the movie just for me felt disjointed. And I do think that a lot of the kind of scarier aspect of this horror film fell a little flat to me. I wasn't terribly terrified. Like I said, there's definitely some good jump scares here and there, but they're kind of few and far between. The kills were not very inventive and kind of predictable. And those are the things you really want to see in a horror film, you know? If you're not gonna do the script and the character right, at least give me some good fun kills. And I think it succeeded in some of that, but it really did fail in the biggest thing that a horror movie is supposed to do, and just be plain scary when I was just kind of mildly scared and not too terribly terrified. Now, don't get me wrong, some people who definitely don't watch too many horror movies will definitely get scared of this, but look, I'm not a horror movie aficionado. It's not my favorite genre, but even I could recognize I wasn't too terribly scared at this movie, to be honest with you. The biggest redeeming qualities, I said, is definitely the cast here. They're fun, genuinely. These are some fun characters. There's actually a point at the end of the movie where the script tries to do a thing where it tries to make sure that some of these cast members stick around in a certain way, which just did not work for me. It just felt like a complete cop-out and an ending that was just completely unsatisfying. I give I Know What You Did Last Summer a 6 out of 10. There's definitely some fun to be had here with a kind of decent ensemble cast that's actually genuinely fun to be with. However, the horror aspects of this movie really did fall flat to me, just did not live up to the expectation of how scary the first movie was. And I feel that the legacy sequel aspects really did infiltrate the plot and story in a way that just feel disjointed and overstuffed, and I think really was to the detriment of the movie, especially towards the end. But if you're looking for a horror movie that'll deliver on some scares and has a really decent cast to watch, this is definitely going to deliver on those fronts. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Please tell me what your thoughts of this movie are down below in the comments, and please like and comment. I appreciate it. Thank you.